Hey everybody, Rick Ward, the Urban Air Gunner. Welcome back. The knives that my great uncle gave me when I was a kid. This one actually, this is an Imperial brand knife, which is sold by Taylor Brands, LLC.com. I actually got this knife, and you could tell that I used it as a screwdriver. But I guess most kids do. When you're 6 years old, I literally 6 or 7 years old, I remember getting the knife. It was given to me as a gift by my mom. And, you know, that has a high carbon steel blade in it. This would have been 1973 or 74, somewhere in there. It's got the celluloid handle on it. That is an Imperial brand knife. Taylor Brand LLC has, back in the 90s, they purchased the rights and the name and the manufacturing for Old Timer, Uncle Henry, Schrade, Smith & Wesson is in there, and Imperial. I do believe that my mom paid 89 cents for that knife back then. Evidently, I left it laying somewhere, and Dad picked it up and put it in his sock drawer. So I guess like that's what dads do, right? This knife is really old. It doesn't have a real good edge on it, but it's still relatively sharp. I'm cutting against the grain on that, so there you go. Cut it with the grain, and it works a little bit better. But that little knife is really just a sharp knife. One of the favorites, I guess you could say, of growing up, my childhood. This is another one. This is a jackknife here, and it's golly, I don't even remember when I got this. I think Santa Claus had it in my my stocking, but I don't really remember. But guys, this one here has really stood the test of time. When you're talking about Imperial knives, and I know that this one came from Gibson's, Otasco, somewhere in there, I think. And I have another one here. The wind's kind of picking up out here at the old table, so I'm going to be picking up. This was the this is the Schrade. Let me see if I can. I think it's the 185. Now this one was made back in the U.S. This is a USA made Schrade, and they still make this one. It's under the Imperial name, I think. But that's who had the Imperial line back then, even. This was the razor blade stainless steel, made in the USA. A lot of people call them fruit testers, watermelon testers. I don't know why I was fascinated with this knife. Back when we used to go to town once or twice a month, we would go to, my grandparents would load up in the old car, and we'd go to Gibson's, Otasco Sporting Goods. I think it was Gibson's back then. Don't ask me why I was fascinated. I guess because the thing was just so big, and it was just, in my mind, it was just like, wow, you know, sword fighting or something. I don't know. But now I use that thing to clean fish. There's a lot of sticky whatever on there, but I would use it to clean fish. It was a great knife to clean and fillet fish with. And this one here, really surprisingly, I hadn't tried to cut any paper with it, but it's still, after all these years of sitting in Dad's sock drawer, that it's still pretty sharp. I mean, that says a lot for the brand, guys. This knife is still made today. I always talked about my uncle, who would ask you if you had a penny in your pocket. And this is one of the knives that survived my childhood. This just simply says stainless on the front of it, on the plate. That is it's the Delrin plastic. This particular knife, I don't remember what the number is on it. Like a dummy, I guess you take an ink pen, maybe a big fat Sharpie or something, and you're sitting in your bedroom and I don't know why I did, but I did. It has ink still on it from even back then. And I'm giving my age away because I can't read the number on it. I think I know it's a Stockman, like a 528. It's a small, medium Stockman. But again, you can tell that the end of the blade, kids don't use your knives as screwdrivers. They're a working tool. They're made for cutting. They're not made for utility work. I don't know what I was trying to pry into or unscrew, but maybe a gun scope or something. But this little rascal here, let's see. It's okay. Let's see if we can find something that. There you go. It'll still cut. You got your sheep's hoof here. That one's a little bit sharper. Use that one for skinning. And then the old spade blade. This was my main skinning edge here. Now that bad boy right there will still cut paper. You know, I love my dad for saving those and going around and picking up behind me, because without all that, I wouldn't be able to show them to you. So just a couple of the knives that I had when I was a kid, just to show you guys that I'm not talking turkey, that I've had Schrade knives my whole life. I still have a bunch more in my office that are still just, you know, they're just Schrade knives, but these were some of my childhood favorites. I mean, it's a wonder I didn't lose this one trading for marbles or something. Yeah, kids do. We used to play a game called Mumbly Peg, and I know that this one, I play Mumbly Peg with this one here. And I know I use this one plenty of times for that. So anyway, just some really cool, fun knives from my childhood, and I hope maybe it'll strike a chord with you guys out there. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos and listening to my rambling. Uncle Henry and Schrade Knives, part of my childhood, part of my life at 49 years old. There it is, out of the bag. They've been a part of my life for many, many years. They continue to be a part of my life, and thank you so much to the Taylor family for allowing me to do these reviews on their great product. Guys, this is Rick Ward, the Urban Air Gunner, and we'll catch you next time.